Watch this video and then we'll talk about it.
You're not falling for the wrong guys. They're just lying to you about what their personality is when you first meet them. It's very obvious the things that they're supposed to be, so they just pretend to be that way to you.
If I had $1, if I even had a penny, for every time that I either shared my story of having dealt with toxic men or just talk about it in general of how it happens to women or how it happened to someone I know, if I had $1 for every time somebody commented and said, well, you chose them. Well, they chose them. Choose better men. Pick better men. I'd be rich. Filthy rich. Even with all the information and resources available on the internet, people are still ignorant to the fact that most women, if a guy showed up on the first date treating us the way he wound up treating us once we settled down with them, we wouldn't talk to them anymore if that was the side of themselves that they presented at the jump. I'm not sure why it's so hard for people to believe that these men be lying. They present to you the side of them that they know will get you hooked to them, okay? And then once you're all in, they flip the script, and now you're stuck trying to figure out what happened. Was it something I said? Is it me? And you're trying to have all these talks with them and communicate with them about what happened so that you can try to get back to who they were at the beginning. And there's so many details and so much confusion. They might try to get you pregnant. They might convince you to quit your job or to move with them somewhere. And this script flipping doesn't always happen right away. That's another myth that ignorant people believe and don't seem to understand. You could very well be dating and engaged to someone for a year or two and then not see the monster they are until your wedding night, or until you've moved in officially, or until you're pregnant. I have heard the stories of women who thought that they were walking down the aisle to their Prince Charming, and then they got beat on their honeymoon night. Women who had the perfect partner. He was just an amazing man. They couldn't wait to have babies with this person, and then once they got pregnant, they were beaten within an inch of their life. And the dummies who were like, y'all should just choose better men, they don't seem to get the complete mind fuck that these dudes will play on you in order to get control and power over you. They don't understand the lengths that these men will go to get what they want from you and to take advantage of you and completely desolate and destroy you. Now, here's where my content comes in. Of course, I'm going to warn you so that if there are signs, because sometimes you don't get signs, sometimes you just don't know until you know. But my job is, if there is a sign, I'm going to help you catch that, okay? Now, I also will say this. Once you see the red flags, once you get that information, once you realize, hey, this is wrong, okay, then at that point, it is up to you to decide how you're going to proceed. Sink or swim, stay or go, make a plan, or just accept what's happening. And before anybody starts preaching at me, I've been there. I've escaped an abuser. I know that the most dangerous time is when a woman leaves I know this, okay? I need you to listen to me. While it is on you, once you realize what he is doing and that it is not right, while it is on you to decide how you're going to proceed, there's no nice way to say it. I think it's really nasty and evil to shame women because they got in that situation. Because you don't know what you don't know, okay? It's like, let's say someone you love presents you with a big gift box and like, I got this for you and I really hope you love it. And you're excited, and then when you open the box, a fist pops out and gives you an uppercut to the throat. You had no reason to believe that this person would ever do something like that to you. but they did it, okay? So it's not your fault that you trusted them and you opened the fucking box. Now, when you get punched in the throat by the gigantic fist, it is up to you to realize, okay, do I want to continue talking to this person, or what do I want to do at this point? But it's not your fault, and you're not a dummy for trusting someone who presented themselves to be trustworthy. Do you see what I'm saying? You're also not a dummy the first few times that they show you a orange flag, they haven't started hitting you or anything. You're also not a dummy for wanting to communicate and figure out, is it their job, what's wrong. Like, let's say they get an attitude with you one day. Okay, it's once. It's the first time they've ever had an attitude with you. We all have bad days. It would be very normal for you to be like, hey babe, what's going on? Where's this attitude coming from? That's normal, okay? To want to figure out what happened. Because again, it is a huge mind fuck that these men play on you. And I know ignorance when I hear it. If you're on here like, I don't understand how women get in these situations. Women need to choose better. It could never happen to me. Yes, bitch, it could happen to you. Because all of us who thought it couldn't happen to us once said that same thing, because of the fact that it's so sinister, and calculated. Like I said, you don't realize what's happening until you're knee deep in it, until you're so far gone that you don't even recognize yourself.